distracted. The sound that you're waiting to hear is us turning up. Okay, what we actually attempt to achieve is what we call a catch-and rescue. The most important part of the incident, as you would expect, is the casualty. So what we've got is we've got a firefighter around, with a medic in. Very first thing he's going to do we don't go inside because what we don't want is the casualty turning in the head. He's now made contact and he will remain with that casualty all the way through the incident. As with all cars, they've got suspension. And we've got to stabilise the car. We don't want it moving and rocking. Okay, so the initial assessment of the casualty suggests they've got pain in the lower back, in the neck, and around the spine. This is a head-on, a front impact. We've looked at the damage on the vehicle and we can see that the most probable injury is going to be whiplash. Pete's now fitting a device on the steering wheel which will, if the airbag were to go off, will restrict and stop the airbag from hitting the casualty. Obviously, if the airbag has deployed, it's not something we need to do. Okay, so we've now got a firefighter in the back of the vehicle. That firefighter is securing the casualty's neck and making sure that that neck and spine doesn't move. A lot of people ask us why we put the roof on. What we're attempting to do is keep the spine and the neck in a complete straight line. We don't want to move it for fear of doing any more damage. Okay, so incident commander Ian is walking around. He will have a plan A and a plan B. Plan A is a slow, casualty-centered rescue with the best intentions of casualty at heart. Plan B will be if a paramedic or a doctor deems that the casualty needs to come out quickly, that plan B will bring the casualty out as fast as we possibly can. But what we're aiming for is what we call the golden hour. From the moment that the vehicle has the impact to getting the casualty in a trauma unit at a hospital will increase their survivability chances by about 80%. Okay, so now the plan has been decided, the casualty has been covered with the casualty sheet. The guys have put the casualty on oxygen and they've laid out the hydraulic tools to start cooking. The vehicle's been taken off its suspension, so we've got a solid platform to work on. Okay, so the easy commanders inform me that plan A is we're going to remove the roof and take the casualty out on a longboard, flat out the back. We're taking the driver's door off as part of plan B. So if we do need to bring her out quickly, she will come out the side. We're now covering her over with a clear plastic sheet so she can see us, but also so that when we put the windscreen, she doesn't get covered in glass dust or any other debris. Okay, so the hydraulic tools are in. We're using what we call a set of spreaders. They will do exactly as it suggests. They will spread the hinges until they break. For the casualty, it can be quite a worrying time because when they break with a bang. The job of the casualty carer in the back is to keep reassuring the casualty and make sure that they know what's happening. The spreaders we're using spread with a force of about 24 tons per square inch. The roof of any car is about 30% of its structure. So once we take the roof off, the car becomes fairly unstable. So if you've got any thoughts about popping your car down because of the summer approach, it's not something we're prepared to do.
What? Can it go? I hope so. I've got to drive home tonight.
To make the roof a little lighter for us when we take it off, we're just going to put tailgate on. It makes the roof slightly easier to manage. One of the things we have to be aware of is there's a real potential that this could be a crime scene. So as we're working, we're having to make notes mentally as to what we've put, what we've moved. The police are interested in things like tyre pressure, so we wouldn't let the tyres down or puncture the tyres. We make notes of where debris is, because that all forms part of the investigation afterwards.
What if it rains on the way home?
You can see the machine.
That machine, look at it. It's like a big pair of scissors.
The cookers will always work in pairs. The tools are heavy and they will regularly swap over. As unit commander, what he is also doing, apart from the welfare of the casualties, he's also responsible for the safety of the crew, so he's making sure they've got the right protection on, the right kit, and that they're working safely. He's also got to consider on the road the potential for live traffic. The appliance will be used to block the road, to fend off, to make sure we've got a safe working area. As the commander, he won't get overly involved in the rescue. It's important he takes a step back and keeps walking around the scene and looking for any changes. As we put things like doors off, the car will get lighter. So all of a sudden it's not as stable as it was. So we've now put the hole in the windscreen. We're running water down the windscreen as we solve these glass. Modern windscreens are laminated. We can't take them out. They're bolted in, so the only way to take the roof off is to saw straight across the windscreen with a glass saw. As we do that, if we pour water on the windscreen, that keeps the dust down, the casualty doesn't breathe in the dust. So we're now swapping the tools from the spreader, we're going to a set of cutters. The pillars that support the roof on the car, we number them from the front to the back. The one at the front, either side of the windscreen, we call that the A post. The next one that normally holds the C belt is the B post, then the C, then the D. If we're dealing with a coach, we go all the way through the alphabet. But we always start at the front. The cut, we'll always start at the post furthest away from the casualty. What we want to achieve is the final cut next to the casualty, because that's the one we inside of the boost. As we put it, the roof goes. If we put that first, then they're waiting for that roof to steer. Again, like the spreaders, the cutters, dedicated to 2 blades, work like a pair of scissors, with a cutting force of about 24-25 tons per square inch. One of the biggest challenges we face as cars develop and they get more and more sophisticated with airbags, we can't afford to put through an airbag charging unit. So we've got to cut away at the interior and look at what we're cutting, and that's important. We've also got to deal with seatbelt pre-tensioners, because if we put through the back unit, the casualty all of a sudden gets a seatbelt pulled and is tied to the piece of baggage. The blue plastic teardrops, we call them, will always be between the casualty and the tool, just in case something does fly off, the casualty is protected. Just while the guys are working on the roof, there's a fire service officer who's got just a road accident to go to. We attend house fires, factory fires, animal rescues, a number of other incident fires. House fires. 60% of the fires that we attend in the home start in the kitchen, and 60% are avoidable. Most of them are distraction, leaving a pan on, leaving the grill on, working smoke alarms. We can't recommend them enough. So much so that we give them for free. And as Tommy mentioned on page 9 of the programme, at the bottom of that piece about your fire safety, there's an 0800 number. Please ring it. We will happily come round to your home. There'll be an operational crew. We'll give you advice on fire safety. If you need smoke alarms, we'll fit them free of charge. It's a home fire safety visit, and I can't recommend it highly enough. It's a free phone number. You can fill your house with firefighters. If the kids are in, we come in a fire engine. They can happily look around the fire engine while we have a fire safety visit, and we'll give you advice on safe cooking, safety of heating, making a home escape plan, and protecting yourself just in case the worst doesn't happen. Today's the roof back. It's the converter. Again, as I said earlier, all the bits that we've got off the car go in the same little pile, so that we're not tripping over it. And also, there is a potential that, as I said, that's evident, so that may well be needed. So that's the gut part done. What we've got to do now is get a longboard, put it in, and get the casualty onto it. The firefighter in the back has never let go of the casualty's neck or head, keeps talking all the way through, and we're now going to explain what we're about to do. Okay, so all the bits that we've cut now, obviously there's sharp edges, there's glass that we've got, all those areas are being covered and protected, not only for the safety of the casualty, but the safety of the crews. The casualty carriage has got the casualty's head from this point effectively is in charge. That firefighter will decide when to move, how to move, and will need to take the speed and the pace of the extrication. Something else to bear in mind is the guys have done this on a car park on a nice sunny evening in Dumfries. Very often we'll do this at 3 in the morning, when it's raining, when it's hailing, when it's snowing, when it's cold. We have lighting we've got to set up. We have got to think about other traffic. Quite often the vehicle can be on its side, on its roof, even in a ditch or a field, which itself protects other challenges. So the longboard's now gone in, the seat's being reclined, and the casualty will be slid onto it. The casualty, the firefighter holds the casualty's neck, is dictating the speed, and is in charge. Making sure the casualty's feet can't trap by the pedals. Working as a team. She's up on the longboard. Okay, the two blocks that are being fitted now go in one inside the head again to keep that neck and that spine straight. Make sure that they're secure just before we strap them on and lift them out. Ladies and gentlemen, that 0800 number I told you about is free. The service is free. Please, if you feel that you want a home fire safety visit and will benefit, I'd urge it. As we now bring the casualty out, take it to the casualty jeep.
Miracle.
The members of Blue Rocket Dumfries Fire Station. Thank you guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our eco-coordinator, watch manager of community safety, Jason Gardner, and